And to start episode 2 of the Fiorentina Career Mode here, we're going to make some big signings for the team to improve it for today's episode. As we saw last episode, we managed to climb ourselves out of the relegation spots all the way to 16th in the table after beating some big teams. We did draw against Lazio. The game we probably should have won, but we did manage to beat AC Milan, as you can see right there, 2-0. So a big victory for us at home against them. But in today's episode, we've got about 30 million to spend. We do have a couple of players we can sell as well. Like Brack and also Nzola were called back from their loans to sell them. Brought Till back from his loan as well to be backup player for us in the squad for now anyway. Since he's only 26, good pace and could do well in the team. As you can see, we've got a pretty good bench. We're going to make some big signings for today's episode, as you've probably seen by the title and thumbnail. Let's get into this one and spend some big money to make this team even better. And becoming our first signing of this series is Gustavo Sot, actually second signing of the series. We're getting Gustavo Sot into the team. He's going to be our modern-day Rui Costa for the squad. He's a very good Portuguese talent signing for Famalicão, the Portuguese team for 12 million. He's 75 rated, 21-year-old is signing for us here. So like I said, be a modern-day Rui Costa in the squad and hopefully become a great talent for us and a great player in the squad to take over the captain role from Gudmundsson either this season or next. And signing from Brighton for 3.3 million is a 74 rated 22-year-old Italian centre-back Diego Coppola. Obviously, he's not the fastest defender, but he's a tall defender, physical, a good junior talent we can develop in the team as well. So that's why I brought him into the squad to kind of replace Matteo Vitti in the squad, because Vitti is only on loan here. I kind of don't want to buy Vitti on a permanent deal to keep him either as a player that can develop for the first team or a backup player, depending on how much money he is. I will do so. But Coppola joins us here to be a great player for us in the squad to develop for the future. And signing here from SC Köln is a 6'2", 19-year-old, 75 rated left mid camel striker in Adamala, obviously Said Amala, the German midfielder. So he can play a bunch of positions for us. You guys want him to be a striker for us in the team. Maybe the future replacement for Edin Dzeko in that striker role on the side, maybe a Piccoli as well. It could be a backup for him. But like I said, Amala can play a bunch of roles. We're going to train him to be a striker, a cam, and a left mid for us in this team. And he should be a great player for us in this series and a big young talent for us to join the project here at Fiorentina. And as you can see, next up we're taking on Cesc Fabregas's Coma here, obviously with a very talented Nico Paz, who's got the most goal contributions in Serie A this season. He's a very, very talented player. I could see Real Madrid easily buying him back with their buyback clause they do have for him after this season. He's a very talented young player, but the question is at Real Madrid, how much game time would he get? We've seen lots of other good struggle for game time. Endrick has gone out on loan to Lyon. You've got Maston to wonder there as well, can play out wide and also can play at cam as well. And Nico Paz is a player that should be getting game time. So maybe Real Madrid is not the best option for him. Maybe it's a team, a little bit of a step up from Coma, like a mid-table to top-table team where he's going to be guaranteed a lot of game time. Maybe in the Prem. I'd love to see about Man City again, how much game time would he get there. But Nico Paz is a great player, and I'm kind of waffling about him. But we're going to have to face him in this one and hopefully beat him to advance further into the Coppa Italia. It's dangerous that he's up against us. I don't like the look of that. Seeing Anzo looking up against us. Why not Fagioli from range blocked though, and it's not going to fall, but it's going to be a free kick for us after the handball defence by the defender, and an opportunity for us to get a free kick here and score it, as we do have Cavaglia who can take free kicks. The question is, can I score it? Cavaglia from the free kick, the number 14, hits it off the crossbar and it comes back. Can we win the header? No, we can't Kempfez it away, but win that one. Oh, that pass, Sonny Diao, deals the main danger man of their team. Feeds it through to their striker, who shoots, blocked though by Ranieri, and he doesn't get the ball away, and that's going to be a good better defender there from Coppola, which I usually do against teams like this. It's forcing me to play slower, which is allowing them to recover when they make errors, but there's a gap. Moise Kean, there should be 1-0, and Moise Kean makes it 1-0. Not so sure what happened to the Como defence there, what it has left. Such a massive gap open. Now see, dangers of the high press, so that can happen. It doesn't happen much in this game, but when it does, I can take advantage of it. You just see there, they press 2 man on us. No one's there. Moise Kean gets him behind. They thought he was offside, but he wasn't. And Moise Kean strikes for us here, draws the first blood in the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia against Como. I want Dzeko to get into the box. Dodo in. Dzeko, could he win ahead of Dzeko? Didn't. Van der Brempt did. Got blocked from a Coppola. Another big better defender from him. And there he is again, getting stuck in. And so Knalf goes it back to Nico Paz inside to the striker. Coppola's there though again. It's got to be ours. We got Capola's in there again. What a game he's having, by the way. Just still up possession. Van der Brent. Knauf. Danger man for him inside. Shot taken, and it's a comfortable save for David De Gea. Something I know about him, he was in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. After leaving Aston Villa. Oh no. As like Knauf. Capola. What a game he's having, honestly. He's proven to be worth the 3 million we spent on him already, and showing that he's got the talent to be a great player for us in this team. Let's bring on Adam Mahler as striker. There we go, Mahler. His first involvement for us, the 6'2" German. He's got 80 pace. He can play it. Oh, that's where they're passing, man. That ain't going to happen IRL. Paglia. Let's have a sort of modern day Rui Costa. Some over the top, but that's going to be offside against Amala, but good move there, but Butex makes the save. Ball in. But there's Capola again, honestly. The modern day Paolo Maldini. For us in the team, he's been a best defender in this game so far. So then Amala to go to the back post. He does so, and Amala's header though was not the best. Will you please call it? Ref. Okay, there we go. So 1-0 victory, we're through to the next round of the Coppa Italia. The quarterfinals up next after a 1-0 victory against Como. Wasn't the easiest victory against Cesc Fabregas' team. Obviously they're showing why they were a good team, but El Molo looked good in his debut. Gustavo started a great performance off the bench again. And Capola at centre-back, he should be man of the match. And he is. He played insanely good. He was our best player by far. And well, next up, it's time for us to take on fourth in the table, Napoli. We're currently 13th. We've climbed up massively up the table, but right now we're up against a big team. Obviously, the lots of Ralph Horton playing great for them. Obviously, they just won they won a trophy just recently in Napoli, if I'm not mistaken. And it's getting to this one now. Up against them, we also signed a young striker by the name of Agustin Roberto, the Argentinian striker. We're going to loan him out for the rest of the season, and hopefully he can develop out on loan, and can be maybe our baddest suitor that we can develop into the team, or maybe we have to sign a higher rated Argentinian striker to be that type of player. But I'm going to loan him out for the rest of the season. I'm also not more scared because I'm not sure how much game time he's going to get now with the likes of obviously Fazzini, Richardson, Som here. And we're ahead of him in rating because Sarnai comes in as well. I did like him last episode. He played great in midfield. So I do feel like I'm going to loan him out for the rest of the season and let him develop elsewhere. And Matteo Vitti, I might buy on a permanent deal as a backup defender for us. Like I said, he's only 72 rated, but he's a good defender. He was pretty good in game. He's got a bruiser and intercept player style, and used to be a big talent for Torino, I think it was, that he played for. Let's get into this one now, up against Napoli, and hopefully get a big victory here. It's good to see how he gets the ball off him now. Reece James in their team, interesting. Here is the Dutchman, Noah Lang. He's driving the ball forward. Goes inside, but there's come up so great defending, and now we can maybe get an attack going of our own. And no free kicks given there, interesting, despite Enquiries just diving in there and forcing a play off the ball. Thankfully, he didn't get it himself though. Lukaku. There's Capola. And that's a free kick, surely, referee, thank you. Inside, Dzeko. Into Gudmundsson, who can chip. Alex Murray, and can make it 1-0. I had to hold my breath here as I thought the defender was going to clear it, but Gudmundsson puts us ahead in this one. An assist for Dzeko with an incisive pass play style. Good to see it. And a great chip here from Gudmundsson, the Icelandic striker, to make it 1-0 to us here in the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. And you can see the defender there just the last second tried to hook it away but couldn't do so. I believe it might have been Bjorn Gennaro who tried to do so. It was, but he couldn't get there in time. And it's 1-0 here to us against Napoli. I feel like the AI, I'd be tempted to try the competitive gameplay. Obviously, since the game came out, I've just been stuck on authentic because I like the authentic gameplay. I feel like the AI doesn't really do anything against me. Then I watch other Career Mode YouTubers and they actually have like games where like the AI beat them. And when I play against big teams in Career Mode, they tend to be just slow, sluggish, bad in attack. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like I might try the competitive gameplay either next episode or in a future series, not too sure. Was a Keane, there should be 2-0. There we go, there it's 2-0. So I mean, that this game, it feels too easy. I feel like I say this every year at certain points in my Chroma videos where it just feels, you know, like it's too easy for me. And I don't know what to do because I've got, you know, competitive mode turned on. I think anyway, I think it's turned on. I think I might turn it off because I feel like it makes AI worse actually. To just kind of like do skill moves when they don't need to do skill moves. And I've got sliders turned up to make it hard. I made the AI even better. And I just feel like I could literally be bottom of the table, you know, like we are with Fiorentina, as we were with Wolves. I can get European football in the season, in half a season, as we are going to do here, if we continue this way. It feels like it's obviously great, it's fun to, you know, climb up the table that way. But I kind of miss sometimes having like chromos where, like, you know, you finish 11th in the table. That's the hate, it's the save. You know, I mean, you have a season where you finish 11th in your first season, and you're like, okay, this is a season. The referee, give him a yellow card. Hopefully, Goodmanson's not injured. That should actually be a red, actually, in my opinion. For Reece James, who's the captain for Napoli, interesting. Even Di Lorenzo's in the team. Reece James is the captain. Robin Gosens. Fagioli. Trying to just create something here. Bottom here to Cavaglia. Dodo. There's Gutierrez. Over the 70th minute. On the attack, Dodo. Ball into the box, looking for Moise on the header. He does win a header, and it's wide at the post, thankfully, for Napoli. And taking them up to 13th so far, and changed the way we play football. Gone back to the 3-5-2 that Fiorentina used to play, and brought back some of the glory days into the football that we are playing right now. I feel like every team was still thinking they're 13th, we're top of the table, we're like towards the top of the table, we should beat them. And then they come into the game, we start playing football, and they're like, hang on, this team's got something about them. And by the time they realise that and get back into shape, it's too late. Dzeko through. Robin Gosens lifts it up. Goodmanson, he should have scored. But see what I mean? We're just cutting through them like a hot knife through butter. And you know what? An hour into the game, we are going to sin the rest of it because we're 2-0 up and Napoli haven't really done anything against us. And it should be 3 or 4, and it ends up being a 2-0 victory for us. You'd love to see it. And as you can see, we have sinned past the January transfer window. Well, we sinned through it and made a few signings, as you saw. But one thing we did do that I didn't show you, so brought in a backup goalkeeper in Bernd Leno to the backup to David De Gea. We also sold a few players. We loaned out Mosquera, we loaned out Roberto, and anything else I need to show you, not too sure. We gave Martinelli a new contract. Manager was leaving us on a free transfer, unfortunately. Did want to keep him around for at least the first season and use him, but since he's leaving next season, I'm just going to let him be on the reserves and do nothing all season long. We had Bernd Leno as our backup goalkeeper, and also we loaned out a few players to give some players game time. And we also need to give Vitti a permanent deal here. We need to actually do that still. Marlo's becoming a striker still and learning the roles so we can play it, as you can see. He's already got some decent roles, but we need to keep developing him. And so Till's a player that I'm not too sure what to do with him. So I think he's going to be a great backup player for us, but whether we should sell him or not, I think I'm just going to keep him as a backup player throughout the series up until he's like run out of use, basically, up until it's like he's not usable anymore. Some we've converted to a cam because he goes up in the rating, if I'm not mistaken, and also because I feel like he's more of a cam than a CDM, etc. But he can't play all his positions, so we're just going to keep developing him in every position and give him a bunch of roles. He can be like a Swiss Army knife midfielder for us in the team. The same with Richardson and Fazzini as well in the cam role, and Gustavo Sarr, who can be a player that can play a bunch of different roles for us. Going to stop waffling though. We're going to get into the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia against Roma. Let's get into this one and hopefully defeat them here. Just start this game off, Cavaglia. Goodmanson. I was tempted to start Gustavo Sarr in the camera and put Goodmanson to striker, but then we lose the substitute impact of him. I kind of like him coming on the bench on Mordovic. See, Dybala's a player that's going to be leaving Roma after just recently signing a new contract for them and turning down a big move to Saudi or Qatar, one of the two. Goodmanson to Moise Keane. Ball through Edin Dzeko. The touch wasn't what I needed him to do there though. I wish it was Dzeko to Moise Keane because then we would have scored there. By Danzi, who we had in the last Fiorentina series we did. So he was like hammering the team and scored a bunch of great free kicks for us, like Chavella free kicks, etc. He was insane at scoring free kicks for us in that game. The ball of a header straight to David De Gea. He's a nimble, small midfielder who tends to just had the ball glued to their feet. Moise Keane, ball for it's a great ball. Can Dodo get there? No, he can't. Svilar gets there. And as you see by the stats, we dominated possession 72%, but we've not created a single chance with it, which is insane. So I think second half, Dzeko goes off. Not like he's played bad, but Gustavo Sá needs to come on. Goodmanson striker just for the pace. Just try and give us something different for the second half here. You got the ball, you keep going on the attacks, but you get nowhere. Gosens though, into Goodmanson, who shoots and he scores. And that is a tactic genius that I am. It worked, so you cannot deny it. I move Goodmanson, striker, he gets a goal instantly. Not like Dzeko played bad, he was great in the first half at like helping us keep possession and stuff and pass it around, but we finally get a bit of space here. The ball through by, I think that was it Cavaglia? I'm not too sure who played the pass, but it might have been Robin Gosens actually, he got the assist, but a fantastic finish from Goodmanson. Near post, Svilar beaten by it. There was no saving that for him anyway. And Goodmanson scores here to put us 1 goal to the good. Tommaso Baranzi. Martin Dovvik. Good defending there from the lads to stop them. Saw a lovely pass inside. Robin Gosens through to Goodmanson. Who scores again. Well, I guess he didn't score in the Como game, but I could have sworn he scored against Como. Could have sworn, I don't know, I just thought we scored with him, to be honest, but apparently not. As this is the second goal of the game here. You can hear the viola chants going around the stadium. As we're in Rome, we're the away team, but Rome has crumbled here in the second half. Goodmanson, the Icelandic Viking, has pickaxed his way through and scored 2 goals here in quick succession. Got a quick start to our second half, which I did not expect. I thought it would be very similar to the first. Oh, it was the Napoli game that he scored in that I'm thinking of. That is why I thought he scored in the Roma game, so I just edited that part of the episode together and saw his face when he scored. Good block there by Cavaglino to get that through to De Gea. It's the closest Roma come to scoring a goal. If I can get Royce, that would be great. Piccoli, why did Armada cut back? Why did he cut back there? Piccoli, please win a header. Can Capola get an assist? Almola denied, but it falls. Why did he head it? I literally took the shot so early. The second the ball, like before it even bounced, I did the shot and held L2 this way. We would do like a flare finish, like a bicycle kick or something. So I knew it was going to bounce. And then he waited for the header. Why did he do that? And that's this Vega. There's Capola. Honestly, he is incredible, man. Like, he's insanely good. He feels like a 95 rated defender, not a 75 rated defender. Good play here, Gustavo Sá. Looking for 1 more goal in this game. El Mola. Forced to Gustavo Sá. There we go. We get the goal in the end. And Gustavo Sá and what did they Rui Costa scores for us here. And makes it 3-0. And Rome just, it looked like a fortress. It did in the first half. And we took Dzeko off, made Goodmanson striker with Gustavo Sá on. And that changed the game. I was hoping for like a backheel finish there from Marmola. That's why I did the flare finish, so it would happen a bit quicker. And then he just waited forever to do the shot anyway. But Gustavo Sá got to it and got the goal instead of an assist. You should have to see. And the game is done. We're through to the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia after defeating Roma. That's a big victory for us. Like I said, we're like maybe 13th, 12th, 11th in the table, somewhere around there right now. And you see the fans in the pub celebrating that one. As Roma did nothing in this game. We had 61% possession, 7 shots to their 1. Goodmanson rightfully started the man of the match. And this game is just in such a bad spot. Like, it's just frustrating to see where this game is now. And for the final game of today's episode, we're going to take on Lazio here in the Coppa Italia semi-finals. I'm surprised we made it this far into the Coppa Italia, to be honest. I did think we were going to get knocked out fairly early on into it. You know, maybe the quarterfinals at max, but somehow we made it all the way through to the semi-finals to get into this one, and hopefully somehow get ourselves through into the final of the Coppa Italia here in our first season as Fiorentina manager. And see how far we can get up the table in Serie A and also try and win the Coppa Italia if we can get past Lazio here. With the women playing, I do believe we can do Cavaglia. And then Dzeko. Cavaglia through into Moise Kean, shoots at it's 1-0. Just like that, 5.5 minutes in. Moise Kean puts Laviola ahead. I didn't expect him to score, not going to lie. I knew the pass would get to him, but I didn't expect him to actually get the shot away properly. I thought the keeper would either save it or a defender would have blocked it or he would have put it into the side net in here. But he strikes, he beats the keeper. I believe Provedel on goal for them. And puts us 1 goal to the good. And the keeper should be saving that. Provedel, if he used to that goalkeeper, should be saving that. Game. Orisic. Casado shoots and he scores. I did not expect him to shoot there, not going to lie. Usually the AI pass in that position. That's why I moved to the left to try and intercept the pass that was going to go to the player that's coming into the box. You'll see. Well, I saw a player coming into the box there in Isaacson, I think it was. I thought he was going to pass it, so I moved the defender over to him. Camuzzo, and then Polo, sorry, and then last second, Castellano spins and gets a shot away. And scores, fair enough, it's 1-1. Munson. And then Jack, a great turn. They get in the box and get the shot away. No, we can't. Romagnoli is there. Back from Lazio on the attack. Isaacson. It's great defending there from Ranieri. Every football being played here. Dzeko. Get to Gosens inside to Moise Kean. And turn. Get a snapshot away and Provedel saves. Isaacson. Against the captain Ranieri, born inside. To find Ravella over to Cataldi. He shoots and Cataldi misses. Dodo. To Gudmundsson from range. He hits and Gudmundsson misses. And Gosens, Fagioli. Gudmundsson inside. Provedel. Oh, what was that chip? What was that chip? Oh, that's annoying. There was nothing behind it. To shooting positions. And I'm more at least more game time. Isaacson. Ravella got in session there from Fagioli. 2 former teammates there. Was a keen through to Almola. Can he get his first goal for us in the play game? Almola running through. He shoots and he scores. Okay, I thought Provedel made the save. The German puts us ahead in this game. I think that might be his first goal for us in the club. He might have scored in a Sunday game or two, but as the first goal was scored with him, obviously he got unlucky in our previous game not to score, but he gets one here against Lazio to put us back ahead. And Almola, who we need to give more game time to, because this season has only played I think this is his 4th appearance, or maybe 5th or 6th, whatever, but I thought he played a lot more with the sim games, but he hasn't been. And we need to give him more game time, because we don't want him to drop in potential, etc. He scores it to make it 2-1 in the 61st minute, and I might give him a run in the first team next episode. Robin Gosens from range hits it. Robin Gosens just over the bar. It's not a bad effort from him. Gosens steals it off Ganduzi, ball over the top. Moise Kean takes it down and finishes it, but it's going to be offside. Almola. Parisi. Saw. Into Cavaglia, who hits it. Cavaglia denied there by Provedel, scored a great goal there. That was destined for the top corner. I'm liking this Castellanos. Our ball through is beaten. And there's the header, a big set to Nana Pedro. It's going to feel like Lazio got to score later on. Gustavo Sarr hits it. Gustavo Sarr scores. There we go. Lazio just dropped off him. And Gustavo Sarr scores for us. So make it 3-1 here. Two substitutes. Well, two other substitutes coming along and getting goals. Mola and Gustavo Sarr. Two future stars of the team. And maybe stars of now for the team. And players that are going to get more game time next episode. Definitely. As you can see, the fans celebrating their shot to see not only their team climb up the table to the point where we're like mid-table, but also see ourselves get through to the final. There's also a collapse date on here of the Coppa Italia. I did not expect this. If we win the Coppa Italia in our first season, then I don't know what to say. Saul plays it through to Amola, and Lazio seem to have collapsed late on. So Amola doesn't get a shot away. Romagnoli got challenge. Shouldn't have tried to go for the finesse. I should have hit it straight. That should have been the game. There we go. It's a 3-1 victory. And we're through somehow in our first, not even season as manager of Fiorentina, the first 6 months as manager. Not even that yet. You know what I mean? I came in just before January as manager in the team. And we're through to the final of the Coppa Italia. And we're climbing up the ranks in the league as well. And as much as a victory for us in this one, Lazio played great. To be fair, they put up a good fight for us. But in the end, we were the better team and deserved to go through to the final of the Coppa Italia. Alright, so that's going to call it for today's episode. I think we're currently sitting 9th in the table on 41 points. A massive decline from bottom of the table all the way up to 9th, as you can see, which we're looking pretty good. And we're not too far off. You know, technically, we're only 14 points off Napoli in Europa League. I mean, Conference League would be good. We're only 11 points off that. But I feel like we're most likely going to get like a 7th or 6th place finish, if at max. I don't see ourselves pushing into the Europa League unless Napoli fall off massively and that's a Roma drop off as well. So I feel like pushing for maybe at least 7th is the best we can do this season. But we also have 2 competitions we could win. First of all, the Coppa Italia, we beat them in the first leg 3-1. There is a second leg I completely forgot about, but we're going to sim that one, and we should be through to the final to face either Inter or Juventus in the final of the Coppa Italia. If we win that one, we should get European football from doing that. But also, a competition I completely forgot we was in, the Conference League. We faced Santa Clara in the round of 16. It's been a long time since we saw this in the calendar, so I completely forgot that we were in this competition. But we pretty are the favourites to win this one. I mean, Mainz are in here, Strasbourg are a good team, Shakhtar, Crystal Palace. You know, there are some big teams still in here, but I feel like we are one of the best teams in this competition still. So we should go on to win this one. Hopefully, that'll be next episode. And the team's looking pretty good. I feel like next episode I do want to give El Mola and Gustavo Sarr more game time, because I see they need to play more to develop and get better in the squad. And Matteo Vitti, by the way, we can't buy him right now. I feel like if he doesn't go up in overall, I might not buy him for next season. Because I thought by now he would have gone to like a 73, 74 rating. But he hasn't moved in his overall yet. So going to wait to see that. Tarek Lamptey's back from his injury. So we have him back as a backup player in the squad now again. And the team's looking great. Obviously, Bernd came in as a backup goalkeeper for us. Looking pretty good. And should be a great goalkeeper to back up David De Gea in the starting goalkeeper role. And Coppola, what a signing he has been. He has been unbelievable at centre back. I was a little bit worried with the pace, but I did want to sign him anyway. But he has been unbelievable. This backline of Camuzzo, Coppola, and Ranieri is incredible. And in terms of our best performing players this season, Moise Kean, undoubtedly, unexpectedly, their best player in the team. 20 goals and 4 assists. Definitely a player that we're going to have to let go next season. And we're going to get a big amount of money from him. We're going to try to send him for the maximum amount of money possible. We have Goodmanson here with 10 goals and 5 assists. He's played great for us this season. Also, he's been great in that shadow striker role. And Edin Dzeko, 6 goals and 5 assists. He is leaving us at the end of the season. So I'm going to try to swap him for someone and get the monetary value for Edin Dzeko out of that one, because I can't give a new contract, as you can see. And we're going to try to swap him and get money for, not money for him, but get a player to replace him in the squad. Whether it's a lower rated player, I don't really care. As long as it's someone that I can use in the team that I feel like we need, and I'm going to do that next episode. But in terms of everyone else, you can see not many goals elsewhere. Mandragora, a player that's leaving us, is still our fourth top assist and goal scorer. Piccoli here with 3 goals and 3 assists, and the rest of the team just kind of doing everything. And Robin Gosens, by the way, I really like the, as you can see, Amora, by the way, only played 11 games and 2 goals, and Gustavo Sarr, no, 5 games, sorry, and Gustavo Sarr with 2 goals in 11 games. We need to give them more game time next episode. And yeah, in terms of Robin Gosens, I'm really liking this wide playmaker role. He kind of moves into midfield. You know what I mean? He doesn't stay out wide. He moves into the centre. You saw it in the game against Roma. He got the 2 assists, I believe, for Goodmanson to get the goals. He was a central player. I really like the way he plays in this position. So going to convert, Satil and Parisi to be able to play the wide playmaker role. And Dodo, on winger, he works as well. I might put him on wide playmaker as well, so he comes into the middle as well. But I do like him on winger right now. He's looking pretty good in the team. And obviously a pretty good player for us that kind of just does his job and doesn't make any errors. He's kind of just a great player for us in the squad, like I said. Midfield-wise, we're looking pretty good with Fagioli and Cavaglia. I'm hoping those two can continue to grow, actually, 25 and both of them are 25 years of age at this stage, I believe. So they're looking pretty good. But that's going to call it for this one. If you're going to enjoy the episode, drop a like and subscribe, as always. Also, check out the Frankfurt service we are doing on the channel. And again, thank you for watching, and goodbye.